different color, different shades. It gets cold out here, everybody's blue. It gets cold out here, everybody's blue. One cries all night.
Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in.
Just riffin'.
Tuesday night, 8:30 EST. Know where we be.
Just riffin'.
Special guest, a tech and talk, a musicology.
Just riffin'.
Coming to you live at the same time here every week.
Just riffin'.
Jump in the room, let's chop it up. It really ain't that deep.
Just riffin'.
What's up, y'all? Another Tuesday. I'm your boy Hefner. We got Cookie Rabinowitz in the building. This is Jus Riffin. We do it every Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with us. We have a good show tonight. We're going to be cooking and talking some hip hop. We're going to be talking PENGU. We're going to be talking Myriad Markets, Rug Radio, the whole 9 yards. We got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. Our special guest tonight is Nex Millen. Happy to have him on the show tonight. Thank you, and a blessing to have him here with us. It's going to be great. We're going to talk. We're going to get deep into hip hop today. Is what we're going to do with him, and discuss him as a producer and his accolades, and just the culture of hip hop. We're going to really get into it with him today. So thank you everybody for being here with us. Cookie Rabinowitz, my co-host, my dude. How you feeling today? What's going on with you? What's good?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. I had a really cool show this past week. I played in Love Park in Philadelphia for this Christmas Village thing. It was really cool, really warm thing. Like, actually, it was freezing cold, but it was a warm vibe. But that was a lot of fun. And, you know, aside from that, I'm super excited for our guest tonight because we worked together in the past, but he moved off to North Carolina or South Carolina, I believe. And North Carolina, I'm sorry, I got to figure it out. I got to remember. We'll talk
to him. Well, we'll figure it out.
But very, I don't know. I guess very inspired by him as he's an amazing producer. He's actually a great rapper as well too. Like I've heard him drop quite a few verses. Our times the few times we worked together, and I don't know. He's very cool too. He's a cool dude. So I'm psyched about the show. What else? You know, there's a lot of cool stuff going on in the timeline right now, and a lot of exciting people, a lot of things that are exciting to people that have been following blockchain technology, and just, you know, the market pump as well. You know, technology, I mean fat bags.
NFTs, some NFTs came back. There was a pump too. Okay, so we had PENGU, right? So Pudgy Penguins launched a coin today, PENGU, and so this NFT actually pumped like crazy to like 30, 35 ETH, and then actually drew back once the token was released today. You know, people were farming, right? You want to call it farming, right? They bought the penguins. Did they know if the penguins were going to the NFT was going to go up? Probably, maybe they had an inclination of it. Who knows? And then sold that and ended up getting PENGU tokens, free airdrop allocation for owning those penguins. After they got their airdrop, they sold their penguins. That's why the penguins, you know, dipped down half or whatever from their high of 30, 35. So yeah, you know, retrace back. So now, you know, the coin itself, because I got allocation because we're part of Rug Radio and part of that whole ecosystem now. So, and you got some also, but I'm holding mine because I believe in them as the team. I believe in them as builders. This is a usual, you know, we know that this happens all the time where a token comes out, it'll do its thing. The people that don't know, or they just, who knows what the purpose is, it's none of my business why they sold and collected the money for the tokens. But this usually happens. It's nothing to be alarmed about. And I'm holding. So I believe in them, and I believe in everybody that's involved with them. So I believe in Rug Radio. I believe in Myriad Markets. I believe in this Luca Nets and Pudgy Penguins. And they have a new network coming out called Abstract. So I believe in that whole ecosystem. I'm with them. And I'm with the Bodoggos too. I like that the Bodoggos are building. So what do you think about that, what I just spoke about PENGU, and what's your thoughts on that?
I think it's all really cool. I think, you know, it's funny because the technology is real, no doubt about it. But we know, both being into music and the music industry and musicians and artists, um, most of our friends that are outside of the blockchain arena, so to speak, or the crypto arena, they are very hesitant to get involved and partake, and reasonably so, because even though we know this technology can be useful, even people that are building great things on it, it's got a long way to go. And this gentleman that's Luca Netz, who's been building stuff with that Pudgy Penguins and Abstract, and he seems very he's just very in tune with how to market things, and also how to build a structure to make things a little less scary to the people we're talking about, like let's say musicians who might want to use the technology but are afraid of it. Like, I could see Abstract being a great chain to build some musical type of products on, because it seems like he's making it very mass appeal friendly. Whereas some of the other stuff of the past, even if they were really building, well, first off,
Did you look into that, by the way? Have you looked into the chain, into Abstract yet?
very little, but
Okay.
I got to be honest with you. I have looked into it, but it's a layer 2. Last time around, IMX, everybody's talking IMX, and then we have talk about Arbitrum and all this stuff. I mean, we all get it. These layer 2s, they save money on gas, and they help facilitate faster transactions, as Ethereum doesn't really do so great with that sometimes on its layer 1 surface, if you will. But so I'm sure that the chain itself is cool, but once again, it all comes down to who builds on it and what they're building on it. And this is what I
Right.
think Luca Netz will be great at. I think he'll be great
I agree.
at inviting people that are like, people that aren't in this technical aspect of blockchain and stuff. He's going to make it friendly for them to come in and build great things on it. And so I think it's a cool thing.
And he's got a good shot because he's got a good reputation. So I think people are going to want to build with builders, right? So you also have Ape Chain, right? Ape Chain, which is a big community, Bored Apes, that whole Yuga Labs, even the punks and whatever else that they own. That's part of their ecosystem. This is going to be a good, friendly competition, I think, between the chains. And I think you're right. Some stuff needs to be on ETH for particular reasons. But what's strange to me, now that, you mentioned it, is that why hasn't ETH figured out how to solve the gas problem? It's been years now, and these other chains are able to do it. So I don't know I'm not a developer, so I don't know what the ins are on the side of ETH, and why you can't kind of loosen the gates a little bit so the gas isn't so expensive.
Well, I think that's a perfect way you put it, loosen the gates, because that's really what it is. I mean, it's just like the old saying of, like, when you're doing work for somebody, you're like, hey, I can do it fast, or I can do it cheap, or I can do it good, or whatever. It's the same thing with blockchain technology. It's like, it can be like, there's a security aspect of it, and there's the decentralization, how decentralized it is of it, and then there's also how fast the transactions can work.
Right.
And so Ethereum's built to grow into being as much decentralized as it can be, I believe, as well as being as secure as it can be. It's not necessarily built
But
for mass transactions.
They got to figure that part out. That's all I'm saying. Like, yeah.
They did figure it out. It's called layer 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, because for ETH, because there are a lot of good things on ETH, but where I like, okay, so what did I need to do? I needed to get some ETH to Ape Chain, or Ape Chain, and then it was just I wanted to pull my hair out, and I have no hair. Okay, so it was so frustrating that I was trying to get, and I had to go over here to bridge it. I'm like, man, this is just, I don't know. This shit should just be super friggin' easy if you're trying to move stuff over to one place to another, and it's on ETH. It should be super easy to just do it, and not an arm and a leg. Look, I was trying to buy Rect. I'm trying to buy more Rect. not for much money, but the gas prices were so ridiculous. It would have made the cost of the coin for me much, much higher. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I'm like, and I'm trying to do it like waiting after midnight or early in the morning. And the friggin' gas didn't change a bit. You know, I did end up getting some more wrecked because I felt comfortable with the gas at the time when I did it. But I had to wait. It was like days that I was waiting to do this. You know, I kept telling you, I want to buy wrecked.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why there's not a lot. Like that's why Solana and these other chains are having these
Oh,
meme
really?
coins, and people really kind of degenning out and getting their. I mean, it's fun, you know, and I don't know. And then so basically with ETH that is an issue, and you know, people are building it. Once again, as you said last week, the devs. You know, it's all about the devs. The
All about
devs
the
are building
money.
shit as we speak,
Yeah.
and I mean, the way I see it is, and they've already built amazing shit. But this shit, like,
You.
there's layers and there's steps to this. Like you know, they're building like this big ladder, and you know they're going up step by step, and they're doing amazing things. But we're still early in the game, so we're fortunate because we're interested in the tech side of it and seeing how we can utilize it. So
Right.
we're here while shit's not really working the way it's going to work 5 years from now. But 5 years from now, there's not going to be any of this clicking. It's going to be, you know, just like what Bezos did with the one-click purchase on Amazon. It's going to be the
Right.
same type of thing, you know,
Proceedings.
metaphorically or not.
100%. What was I thinking about? Like, man, it would be great. Like, just if like you can like just stores already and everything, you can just use your coins at like any particular place, you know, and not have a hassle. Like just on your phone, you can just tap and go. You know, I believe you're right. Yeah, we're gonna get there. It'll definitely meet up. For the tech side of things with music, man, I would love to bridge the gap somehow, you know, with music on the tech side of things, to where this tech is actually headed, where it's going. You know, I think that's been the biggest issue. Musicians want independence,
100%.
you know, and if if that could be brought to, like, we discuss this all the time, but if there's a way, or there was a platform, or there was something where everybody can remain independent but easily transact and be in charge of their own destiny, really, and be able to push themselves, but something that will give them the tools, using this tech, that it to me is much bigger than anything else, because I don't care much about anything else. I love the tech, but I'm not looking to make a token. I'm not looking to do these other things that you can actually do with that tech. I really would love to see the music side of things mesh and blend with this tech. And I know that that's happening. It's going to come. There are people doing it. There are people making their own versions of what they think it should be, you know? And I just think it's just going to be all of that inside of like a nice ice cream cone, you know?
For sure. Just to chime in on that for a second,
Yeah.
I believe it's the same thing with your frustration with trading ETH tokens, though. It's like people are building amazing shit, but it's early in the process, so there's a lot of friction, and I don't want to even mention any names because I don't want to
Sure.
think I'm throwing shade at them, because I think they're building awesome things. But I know quite a few companies that are building things with music tech, and I think they're amazing, and they have great ideas and great concepts and great execution. However, the user experience still is, and the
Right.
thing is, it's like that's what it's all about. Like
It's all
it's
about
all
the music.
about the user experience.
Correct.
It's 100% about that.
The musicians are going to make music. They're going to do their thing. All musicians look for a home. You look for a platform. You look for a place to put your music, to place your music. Every musician's dream, I don't care whether today, tomorrow, yesterday, whatever, 20 million years ago and 50 million years ahead, there's still going to be radio. People are still going to want to get that radio, or they're still going to want to have their stuff broadcasted, whichever way, anyway, whether it's social media, TikTok, Twitter, whatever have you. People need their music to get out there so people can hear it and then decide whether they like it or not, to support that artist. This is the world that we live in today. We've always lived in this world. There just hasn't been the tools for musicians to actually go out on their own to do this and to earn their own money. But with the blockchain, you could definitely do that. You can be in charge of your shit. It's just like you said, the tech is not quite there, or they haven't splurged, so to speak, into that tech yet. Maybe they are. Maybe they won't ever get there. Who knows? I hope that somebody does come up with something, though, Cookie. I really, really do, because that's what musicians want. They want the independence, and they want also to have the power to reach the masses.
Well, I want to add to that though. That technology is there.
But
We've all been
but
we've been.
no
I'm
one's built
saying,
on it yet.
no, I'm saying it's the same thing without using blockchain technology. Like you can sell some shit using PayPal or Venmo or whatever. And we all can build our own stores. But what was that?
I just think those ways are so Jurassic when you could use the blockchain today,
What's Jurassic? I mean, I could put something for sale on my website and I can make a one-click experience.
No, I mean, like, using PayPal, I guess, I don't know. I'm looking more on the side of the blockchain, not using PayPal.
Understood.
Or using PayPal, but paying with crypto, paying with digital currency.
Here's the thing. I understand what you're saying, but I think the way you pay for it should be like people should pay with whatever they want to pay with cash, with fiat, with crypto, with whatever crypto they want to use. So that's just the payment gateway aspect of it, which I think is amazing. Like the blockchain has the potential to be an additive to an amazing payment gateway infrastructure for any artist or platform that's selling anything, music or whatever. But I think where it's not right for me yet is, and it's not just, maybe it's not that it's built, but so a way to utilize that payment gateway to also utilize the data from it, and for the user who's creating to manage that data themselves instead of having a third party own that data. So we can make the transaction, but then we say, okay, these wallets, so to speak, people, we'll call them, but they're utilizing digital wallets, but these people are engaging with my music, so they genuinely enjoy it. So I can connect with them on a deeper level. I know who they are, and then I can reward them for since I own that data now I can actually show gratitude, a deeper connection with them, a more direct connection. There's less in the middle to fog the connection between the user and the music, that's the ultimate connection. To even take the artist out of the mix, let's just put the people right with the music, and then
I like it. Yeah, I think this is what is very important as well to the musician as well, because without that support from the community, then what do you have? Yeah, you just kind of making music. With that, I want to run into this, man. Very cool segment that we do. It's called the 2-minute tune-up, where Hefner and J6 have 2 minutes exactly to respond to each other's topic of the week. Jus Riffin. All right, we're back. Cookie, the honor is all yours today.
Okay, I was thinking of this. I didn't want to bring up again my burpees, but it got me thinking though, because I literally have 8 days left out of 120 days straight of doing 100 burpees a day. And I thought about it a lot, and I'm going to refer back. You were mentioning the Rug Radio peeps. Well, I don't know if you remember this. I know you remember because you were in the room with a bunch of time. Loxley and G-Man had a show, right? Remember that?
Yeah.
And sometimes they would recommend books. And I love listening. At the time, I was jogging instead of doing burpees, so I'd listen to these books. So I think it was G-Man. He recommended this book called The Infinite Game. And let me see. I'll shout out the artist real quick. I brought it up. It's by but anyway, it's called The Infinite Game. I'm terrible. Oh, Simon Sinek. And it's a great book. It was really useful to me. And it basically, I'll generalize it, but it's a good read. It talks about really like winning in life. This is the way I'm summarizing it, by not really having a victory. Like your game, you're just always kind of, you're always kind of keeping it moving, as you say as well, Hef. Like in other words, it's like not having that mentality. Okay, like for me, for instance, let's say, oh, I'm going to win a Grammy Award. But then as soon as I win a Grammy award, you know, it's more like, hey, I'm always going to work on being a great musician and be a better musician and be a great artist. And to not really have an end game, but just to always kind of keep moving. And then, you know, these little victories along the way, there's no finality to it, right? I paraphrase that terribly, but listen to the book. I'm sure you would get way more out of it. But it's really, you know, it's a great way to think. But the reason why I mention that is because the flip side of that is I've been working on my health and stuff for several years and trying to be relatively fit. I'm not crazy with it, but just eating relatively right, running a little, shit like that, you know. Well,
Mm.
so this burpee challenge that Osef you know, posted a couple months ago, like it's really changed me in a positive way.
That's
But
awesome.
the ironic part about it is it was kind of like a finite game. It was like, hey, do 100 burpees a day
Mm.
for 120 days. That was the amount of days before Christmas. So there is a finality to it. So it's a way I haven't been in the mindset of that for a while. And to make a long story short, and then I'll be done, is what, you know, there's like a balance, you know, like, and I don't know, there's something good about having an end goal for certain things too, because I'm not going to stop trying to get fit or whatever, but I'm going to look for the
Right.
next thing that can make me to the next level. But this particular thing was 120 days, and it's good for me because I'm not going to lie, I've made it close to the finish line. Knock on wood. Hopefully, I make it this finish line. Do a lot of things in life and failed before the finish line, like really close.
So you
And
feel you're going to feel accomplished. You're going to feel that sense of accomplishment. Now, I want to ask you, pardon me, are you going to? I know you know, the final is near, right? In the sense of the challenge, but
I'm crossing my fingers though. I'm not, you know.
do you continue on? Do you stay doing it? Are you going to, you know, because I ask you this because, you know, look, that's 120 days that you're doing 100 burpees and you get into that routine of it. Do you feel that you're going to continue to do it? Or do you feel like you'd feel weird if you didn't continue doing it, like your body wise and your mind?
Well, to be honest with you, I do feel right about now, like over the past week, I've been starting to plateau. You know how it is when you exercise and do repeat things over and over again? So I feel like I started to plateau a little bit where I'm maybe not getting as much out of it.
Oh,
Um,
oh, I see what you
now,
mean.
so,
But
but
wouldn't
it's an,
so you wouldn't maintain, like, not maintain doing it, but like you don't feel like you know, if you continue to do them, you're nothing's gonna happen. You feel like it's
not that nothing's going to happen, but I think doing repeat exercise of that caliber, like 100 of
okay.
something of that intense every day, I think it's going to kind of maybe wear and tear your body in the wrong way after a while. And I feel like and you're not going to get the gains. But I'll tell you this, so this is
Okay.
what I got out of it. And I love the 120-day thing because it's just a little bit slightly too much. Like I think 100 days maybe is a little too short, but 120 is just a little too much. And what I'm going to take from this is I'm going to talk to some people who, because I'm not like no fitness guru, obviously. I just am some guy that did this, and it really
Oh,
is
wait,
beneficial
I
to me.
thought you had fitness tapes and books and stuff that you wrote.
Jane Fonda, you
Oh,
know,
early Saturday.
well, you know, me and Jane Fonda, we put a video out together, nude yoga, I
That's
think it
what
was.
I'm saying. Getting down with Jane Fonda,
Okay,
cookie.
remember, I really dated myself with that, but remember she used to do those exercise videos. But just
For
to make a
sure.
long story short, but what I am going to do is I'm going to talk to some people who really do know fitness, and I'm going to be like, hey, I've been doing this high intensity training thing, doing 100 burpees a day. What can I do that's not that maybe works the muscles, different muscles a little differently, but still a full body workout? And what
Sure.
I'm going to do is I'm going to do that for 120 days. And I'm also going to do what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take that 120-day thing because I noticed, I noticed just recently that there's 365 days basically in a year. So I figured that's 3 cycles of something, right? And then
Mhm.
5 days I can be off, and that'll be like my nervous system vacation and also my mind clearing
Getting back.
vacation. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to take 3 things a year and do them for 120 days. So they'll be fitness based, maybe artist based,
You
and
almost
maybe
said autistic. You almost said autistic.
and then last but not least, maybe something that's totally left field for me, like maybe do something like, I don't know, like build something out of a piece of wood. My girlfriend will laugh because
Why
her
not?
dad,
You got those trees falling over there. You might as well utilize it.
I
Make a
know how
log
to chop
cabin.
down the wood. I can chop them down. I just don't know how to build anything with it.
Hey, you can make a log cabin, dude. Do you think what's that guy's name? Abraham Lincoln knew how to make a log cabin?
Right behind us, see him?
Hey, if I see him, dude, he's chilling.
Shout out her Corvids.
He's looking at the back of your head. All right, let's bring up Nex. I think it's about time we bring up our guest.
Hell yeah.
I want to real quick thank everybody for tuning in. This is Jus Riffin. We do it every Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for everybody for being here. We are powered by Rug Radio, J6, Cookie Rabinowitz.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're bringing up right now Nex Millen, a historian of hip hop, an amazing producer. He's worked with labels, doing mixes, DJ'd for countless groups. I've actually had the pleasure and opportunity and honor to be on stage with him. Skinful Fest, remember that, Nex? And then, and then, you know,
Yo, man, Cookie.
what's up, man?
What's up, man? What's up?
What's up,
Yeah.
Nex? Welcome to the show. Welcome to Jus Riffin.
Hey, respect and love. Thank you for having me here. I appreciate it. For
I
real.
like your studio too. I like the motif.
Oh yeah. This is OG Synergy, lifestyle and culture.
It's dope.
You know what I mean? Hip hop is something you live,
Yeah.
and that's what we do.
You got some cans up there, I see. It's hard for me to see because I'm an old man blind style.
Oh man, it's some cans that got on the wall over here.
Yeah.
Some artists.
Oh, nice.
uh,
Nice. Did you throw
boxes
the
of tapes?
Did you throw the piece up yourself or you had someone?
No, I got 4 of the best artists in Asheville. When I moved here 10 years ago,
Yeah.
I was, part of the scene. And yeah, I was like, yo, when we open the shop, y'all got to be on the wall. So they came through and blessed the place,
That's dope. That's so dope, dude. So Asheville's really a cool place, man. It's like I remember like my parents had a house somewhere for the like a timeshare. So we would go up every like summer. It was one of those towns that doesn't sell alcohol. We had to like go to the next town to get it. But I remember going to Asheville and it was like really like a chill. The vibe was different. It was like an artist kind of vibe. It was like a real. So what is that? What drew you to Asheville? What was the purpose of you moving from? You're from Philly, right?
Yeah.
From moving from Philly to Asheville, like it's not that far away, but like what was the reasoning behind that?
Really, man, this is a special place. My beliefs in the universe and how I be led me here. Came here a few times, performed. Came here a few times, hung out.
Good
At
vibe.
the time, Asheville was on a positive movement, a universal movement. So it lies on the largest deposit of quartz crystal on the East Coast. So if you believe in manifestation and making your own destiny, this is the place to be.
That's dope, dude. Well said, man. That's fresh. Do you feel like your music has evolved or have you lost any of the touch coming from Philly, moving to a more place that's, like slower and more chill?
Nah, I think I'm Philly. I'm 58th Street.
You're Philly 100. Okay.
I'm 56th Street. Man, that all day.
Word
Hold
up,
on,
man.
yo! I got somebody at the door. I can't grab it real quick. All
Of
right,
course, man. Of
play
course.
that Jeopardy music or something.
This guy Jeopardy, bro. He's the best. He does have a really cool studio, man. And have you been to Asheville before, Cookie? Can't hear you. Your mic is muted.
My bad. Yes, sir. I muted that. Yes, I have. I did a little playing out there, and I took a trip out there once, and I stayed for a few days. Me and Nex were supposed to link up. It's funny, but I'll tell a story later. But when I I went to this little place that was having live music, and I actually ran into this kid. And
Yeah.
Nex was out there, and I called Nex on the phone because he was working with students. Are you still working with the kids, Nex?
That's dope.
Yes.
Awesome, man. I can't wait to hear all about that because that's some really cool shit. But
Yeah, let's talk
this-
about it. Let's talk about it.
But so this gentleman, and I forget his name, and he was a very young man, but he was had just mad swag, and he was really cool. And he's like, "Yo, man," and he goes up and plays this song, and I called Nex. I'm like, "Yo, dude, this dude, he's badass. I really love his style, man." And Nex is like, "Oh yeah, that's one of my students, man. That's what so and so or something."
Dude, that's what a small world, man.
Yeah.
No, it's each one teach one.
True to
Yeah.
that.
Right?
Yeah, that's
So the things I have studied and cultivated, I believe that I need to pass to the next generation. That's what it's about.
yeah, that's what
So,
it's about for sure. 100%, man. Yeah. We didn't, I don't know about you. Like for me, I didn't have hip hop was my teaching, like that taught me, a lot of things. I grew up in the hip hop culture myself. So for me that's really what was teaching. And each one teach one. This is yeah, 100%. Yeah, for sure. So let's talk about the kids, man. I think that's kind of cool. So tell us about what you're doing with the kids and the youth, and that there in Asheville, with music, I presume. Yeah.
what we're doing is right now, I used to teach at Fellowship Farm. And if you're from Philly, you know about Fellowship Farm. Fellowship Farm was on the Underground Railroad back in the day.
Wow.
It's,
Okay.
That's how deep that culture run. So I started by taking inner city kids out there, just a couple on my block, because I heard about a program they had where inner city kids can come out to the farm, live the farm life. Me, myself, my lineage is from Americus, Georgia. So I spent my summers going down south.
Wow. Okay.
And that built my culture, my character, my true grit, So that's how I started teaching. I was teaching at that farm in the summer, just music, how to make a beat, how to write a song, So when I moved here to Asheville, it was more opportunities to expand on that. So I started, DJing class, and I started beat making class. Then
Hell yeah.
eventually it turned into financial literacy. With the pandemic hitting,
Yeah.
I had students that were getting, they was working at a supermarket making $350. They got the stimulus check at $750 a week. So they got all this surplus money. And I'm like, yo, I can't teach DJing. Let me teach these kids how to get down with their dough.
Yeah.
So right now, since the pandemic, the financial literacy class has been the #1 attraction. I teach in middle school, high school. I lecture at UNCA,
Wow.
which is university. But, right now, in the middle school with the financial literacy, those young people want to learn about money.
Yo, man, I
That's
gotta
great.
interject that that's just so fucking awesome because
Yeah.
I can talk about myself as a youth that was never around. Like kids need that shit more than anything. They need to know, like, hey, this
Yeah.
is how it works, man.
Yeah, and, for the most part too, because their parents aren't teaching them, at least not
Sure.
all of the parents. And this is good that they're getting it from somebody that actually has that knowledge, you know what I mean, that can help them out 100%, I think that's super dope, bro.
Mhm.
Hell
I
yeah.
believe live knowledge is great knowledge. Not disrespecting collegiate knowledge or high school knowledge, but live knowledge. That's what I have.
You call it live
I have
knowledge.
done,
I like that. Where do you think your influence in the sense of hip hop, making music, and you mentioned teaching DJing, and look, there's the elements of hip hop. I think if you're making music and you're a hip hop artist, you've done a little bit of this and that. Tell us about how where your influences have come from that have made you want to just continue to do music and just to be inspired, just to write something or make a beat.
Well, me myself, I'm a musician, true in trade.
Okay.
And I feel like this. I play instruments. I'm also an electronic musician. I play the beat machines and stuff
Sure.
like that. You know, so
Which is not easy. I saw you on the Ableton, like I'm like, because I use it too every once in a while, but not like that. This guy, I'm like watching the thing, and you just like, click, click, click,
no,
click.
no, no. See, that's what I mean. I'm in tune. I'm lucky, brother. I'm
Yeah.
lucky to be here 3 decades. Like
That's dope.
Yeah.
I signed my first deal with Tommy Boy in '96. And I'm lucky to be able to do this and support myself, you know. But I do it because I'm in tune with the youth. We all one. You get me?
Yeah, of course.
So
Yeah.
shout out to Distant Star. I hope he's tuning in. I haven't seen him in a minute.
Yeah.
But brother Distant Star, great MC, great beat maker. You know what I mean? From Camden, Word Life. That brother was on Ableton. I was on Reasons. I love Reasons. I love Reasons. I still use it.
Okay.
Reason, but it imitates analog instrument. If you know Reasons, you
I never messed with these.
around and
Yeah.
you know, it's like analog. He had Ableton and he was like, yo, Nex, this that shit. And this is before Ableton was the shit. Like
Right, I got you.
came out. He's like, yo, you should learn this. And you know, if listen to the youth, they're intact. You know what I mean? They give you life. You live your youth through them. So if I didn't listen to them, I mean, that was almost 15 years ago.
That's so
or
dope.
more.
Because
You know what I mean? He extended my career because MPCs and all that just came back around.
yes, yes.
You know what I mean? That type of music.
They got.
Yo, I
so-
want to interject
Yeah.
something real quick,
Yeah.
man. Not to interrupt, but I want to interject something real quick.
Yeah.
We were working at a track together, me and Nex a while back. And one thing I loved about him, not only does he use Ableton, but he broke out his laptop and he was working in Ableton. And I noticed he didn't mess with any VST third-party plugins at all. He's like, I got it all right in here. He used nothing but the native Ableton built-in shit.
That's
And
tight.
he made that beat freaking slam, man. But I
Cooking,
thought that
man.
was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the analog in me, man. Like I use it like it was a board. And yeah, me and Cookie made some great stuff. Yo, that Snoop joint. I love that joint, man. I love my
Oh,
verse
dude.
on that joint. I love
Yo,
how we did that together.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
verse on that was crazy, man. Yo, and I want to say this too, man. I guess Nex is hardcore, man. Like I call him up and I'm like, and I called him and I called Doodle and I called School and I'm like, yo, like this little label from Brooklyn. They were like, yo, do you want to do this? And I was like, yeah, can I get my friends on it? The funny thing is, you know, they didn't know when I said friends, I was talking School ED, Nex Millen, and Doodlebug, right? But you know, then I called these guys and they all immediately were like, yeah, let's do it. But I was like, Nex, man, we need this thing done real quick though. Like we needed to do it in like a day, right? And
Yeah,
Nex,
something like that.
Nex
You got-
came over. He
Yeah,
came
yeah.
over, man. He crashed on the couch for a couple minutes here and there because he did like I built out like a skeleton, but then he gave it the sauce, man. He rebuilt the drums, did all kinds of shit. And he
Right here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
But watching Next work.
Go ahead.
Watching Next work. And I was gonna say watching him work and he's a scientist, dude. You're a musical scientist, man. I just thought you were
Thank you, man.
man.
Hell yeah.
I feel more like I'm a chemist. I kind of take a little bit of everything, man. I'm influenced by so much music, you know.
That reminds me of the album cover, the Diabolical B.I.Z.
Yeah, respect
Right.
to Biz Marquis, man.
Yeah,
You know what I
Matt.
mean? Like,
He was a cool dude, man. He was a big
Yeah.
dude. I had a chance to meet him when I was, I want to say like 14 or 15 down here in Miami because I rolled with Mr. Mix from the Two Live Crew. He was the producer, Mr. Mix of Two Live Crew. So I had a opportunity to hang out with those guys. But Biz Marquis was such a cool dude. Must respect him. Rest in peace. But yeah, when you said this, the chemist, and that reminded me of that album cover just popped in my head for some reason.
yeah, we have that ear, you know. You always listen to every record. It's only two things. First off, genres were made up by companies to sell music. So music is really two things, either good or it's bad.
True.
You know, it's bad music and it's good music. And that's where I listen to all music.
That's right. I'm gonna play a little bit of this just for the people in the audience because we're talking about this song. So you want to introduce it, Cookie, or Nex?
Yeah, Cookie, get it, man. I haven't heard this. Yeah, man.
Yeah, this is just me calling up some friends. They asked us to do a cover for a tribute to Snoop's Doggy Style album, and I forget what we did. We did. What song did we do? I forget. Oh, it's there, Doggy Dog World. So we did Doggy Dog World, but we did Doggy Dog World, and we flipped it a bit. Like I was like, I'll sing it, man, and then Nex did a verse, and C Knowledge Doodlebug did a verse, and we had such a good time, man. It was just a good time. Oh wait, and then last but not least, so Schoolie, I told Schoolie, Schoolie's like, nah, man, I won't do a verse. I'll introduce it. And I told him to clown the fact because I was at the time living in Northern Liberties, which became gentrified and like kind of like an artsy like area, right? So I was like, yo, introduce Cookie Rabinowitz, but from like the hard streets of Northern Liberties, right? Because it's not really hard streets at all. But it was kind of a joke, you know. But anyway, so it was kind of fun. We were kind of being tongue in cheek and fun with it. But I had a great time.
Let's get into it. I'm gonna play this song right now. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I'm just gonna play a snippet of it for everybody.
The hardcore streets of Northern Liberties. My man Cookie Rabinowitz.
It's like everywhere I look, everywhere I go, I keep searching for a valley where my river can flow. But it ain't no thing, cause Schoolie didn't see you know. They call me up on this game, got the keys to the door. Some of these fools are so deceptive, using my style like a contraceptive. You're bound to get burned, I guess you'll never learn. It's the knick-knack, paddywhack, don't give yourself a heart attack. So put your gun away, run away, cause I'm back. Hit 'em up, spill 'em. Now tell me what's going on. It make me wanna holler, cause my dollar coming ozone. Go for the breakdown, shake down, now take off your clothes. Quit trying to spit at my motherfucking nose. You're Jones for the joint, but ain't got no papers. I'm right to the point, my stack's blowing vapor.
So dope, dude. I mean, I wish I could play the whole thing. Yeah, I probably could, but we got Nex on the show. But this man was so dope, dude. And Nex, you're down with this, yeah?
Yeah. You played Cook verse, like my verse.
Where's your verse at, dude? Because I want to.
I go after Cook, I believe.
Let's let me play. Hold on.
Mixed up world. It's a doggy dog world. I go crazy.
Well, if you give me $10, then I'll spend all 10. See me and my man Cookie, yeah, we at it again. Don't slip, I'm for the set trip to get paper. Styles vary, packing flavors like lifesavers. Ain't that something? The beat's funky and it's dumping. I have your whole fucking block bumping. Don't sweat, but check the technique. I'm a unique like Rama. If I'm a bomber, then this nigga behind ya. So peekaboo, clear the way, I'm coming through. 1, 2, 3, you can't see me. I'm a G like that, strapped with hit hard tactics. A fucking minutes, using hoes like tennis rackets. It's on again, it's on and popping. All I see is green, so there ain't no stopping. We wanna see some panties drop. We coming from PA, we chill with cop. Who used to chill with corrupt, who used to chill with trap every day.
It's a crazy mixed up world.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yo, shout out to Corrupt for real. Real Philly MC on the left coast, man. Like, that's his verse. I'm so honored, Cookie, you let me adapt that. Because Corrupt, like rhyme-wise,
yeah,
he ain't to be fucked with. Like, he is inspiration for me rapping. And Cook bringing that project to me allow me to do that verse, that song. That's when, like, on the real one, is just, like, Corrupt just can't.
Oh yeah, there was a song that it was Pete Rock, Inspect the Deck, and Corrupt. It was called True Massa. It was from Pete, I forget the whatever that Pete Rock's first album, like solo album, was just bonkers, bro. There were so many, but yeah, dude, Corrupt, one of the good ones, man.
Yeah, man.
That's right. Hell yeah. So Tommy Boy Records, Tommy Silverman, you got House of Pain, you got Digable, it was a Digital Underground. Rest in peace, Shock G. And De La. There was so many other Africa Bambaataa with Planet Rock was on that joint too. Just so many. So tell us a little bit about your, back then it was different. The game was different. It's a record label. Everybody's trying to get sign to a record label. And then Tommy Boy they had clout. It was Tommy Boy. You know what I'm saying? So I think even I want to say, if I say it right, the Junzu crew. What was the name of that joint? I can't remember, man. The Junzu crew.
Pac Jam.
Yeah, Pac Jam, dude.
Jam.
Oh shit, dude, this is funny. I'm trying to look at the label too. Dude, there was even Information Society was on that fucking label. Okay, so all right, tell us about that world, because that world doesn't fucking exist anymore. Pardon my language, but it doesn't exist anymore. It's not there. And that was such a cool vibe to be on a label with all those other dope artists on there. And that was during a time when even like Dante Ross was at Elektra signing Busta and, Pooba and Pete Rock even in CL. So like, there was that friendly competition of labels that was going on. But dude, just please indulge us with Tommy Boy Records, what that was like for you as a musician and artist dealing with a label like that. What was your experience like?
Shit, man. I can curse and stuff, right? Like,
oh yeah.
Nah, man. Thank you for talking about that, because I'm forward thinking. I'm in the moment. I don't reflect enough. That's why I haven't written a book or anything yet. I really need to sit down like Malcolm X with Alex Haley and have somebody like you. Maybe give you a call later. Somebody just sit there and ask questions.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm from 56th Street, man. We're home of the best DJs. Shout out to Bobby Dan. Shout out to DJ Doodles. Shout out to all the Southwest DJ Miz.
DJ Miz, dude. Showing Miz, bro. Come on.
We
New music seminar.
So growing up in that culture, that's where I gravitated to. My first element was breakdance. My second element was graffiti art. My third element was DJing. So it took me time from 1982 to get to, those elements. So around 91, 92, now I'm influenced by Marley Marl. Marley Marl is the blueprint of everything. We just heard Alchemist and Rock album came out on Friday. Crazy shit.
Rock Mars.
Really, yeah, Rock Mars.
Yeah.
Alchemist. Their joint just came out. Things like we're listening to right now. Marley Marl is that blueprint, man. He just like Run DMC changed it. Marley Marl changed it.
He did.
You get me? RZA changed it. You get me? So I'm a student of Marley when it comes to beats, and I really took it seriously because my childhood friend at that time, Set Free. We grew up on the block. He was cousins with Prince Paul.
Oh, snap.
So Prince Paul would come down. You get me? And one day, he's like, yo, what y'all gonna do? Exactly. Prince Paul from Society. He's like, what y'all gonna do? So me and Set Free, we locked ourselves in our family homes. I was at my uncle's. He was at his pops. He had his studio. I had my studio. And we sat down. We left the streets alone, 94, and just kept shopping. Like, we used Prince Paul, and I appreciate him for this. We allow him, because he's that Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
Yo, they'd be like, Prince Paul, make me a beat. He'd be like, nah, I'm going to throw it to my cats in Philly. And we would drive up, yo. Like, we'd make the beat that morning.
Yeah.
Fucking drive up. 12 o'clock, we hit the Wendy's. That's when the dollar mill was popping. We hit the Wendy's at the fucking halfway point.
Yeah.
Before we jump on the Pike. be in New York that day, you know, that tenaciously. You get me? You
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
phone with an A&R, he think you bullshitting. You in Philly, you know, yeah, y'all make beats. Y'all make beats where, well, I need this, I need that.
Mm.
We in his office by 3 with product.
With the track, yeah.
Exactly.
That's dope.
Who's doing that?
Yeah. No,
You get me?
it ain't happening like that these
And
days.
that was the days. That was the days there wasn't no security yet.
Yeah,
And
that's
you literally just walk up in the office, befriend all the secretaries and the women. Like,
yeah.
they'll let you in after, like, yo. And Tommy Boy in those days were right over MTV. The early day of MTV before they moved to Times Square.
Yeah.
Their office was on the floor.
When it was real videos, right?
So we was going back and forth all the time, yo. And we signed in '96 under Chris Atlas. I believe Chris right now, if I'm not mistaken, and somebody chime in on the comments if I'm wrong, if they know. But I think Chris Atlas just took over Fat Beats distribution. I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I know the original owner. I know Joe.
Yeah.
He, you know, dude that started Fat Beats. So yeah. So he's no longer. I haven't spoken to that guy in forever and a day. But so he out, finished.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But I think Chris is over there, and Chris is a good. Like I say, he signed me.
Yeah.
You know, he saw me as a producer. He saw us free as a producer. And
Yeah.
we had a group called the Deadly Snakes. You know, it was like a collaboration, sort of Wu-Tang-ish, but we were the Deadly Snakes. So I did the first single out on that. Of course, we fumbled the ball. You know what I mean? The album actually lives at the archives at Drexel University, though.
Wow.
You know, because we recorded at the famous Cygnus Sound. You know,
I remember this album cover, dude.
it's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
You know?
It was. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that was you guys, right?
Oh, Colebres de Moete.
Yeah, that's you. That was you.
Yeah.
Wow, I remember this.
Wild West was in a Jet Li movie.
That's
And
dope, dude.
oh man, I'm a big. I can't do it. I gotta come to the shop to see what's on.
Yeah, we had
I'm a big
dude by the name of Icy Ice on the show, DJ Icy Ice from the world famous Beat Junkies. Back in the day, him and I had a record store out in Los Angeles called Stax.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, DJ Silos, who was the other third person with us, he was at Fat Beats. He was the manager of Fat Beats in Los Angeles for like the longest time. And so, you know, we definitely sold this. We sold this in the store. This is 100%. I remember this.
Yo, this is us having fun. These are some of the best MCs in Philly at the time, for real, hands down. Major figures, all that. You know what I mean? Like
year 2000.
Everybody care, man. You know?
Yeah.
This was a good time.
It's a small world, bro, because I would have never thought in a million years, because I remember this record cover that I'd be talking to you, quite honestly, that, you know, that you're from this crew. So this is real. Can I play a little bit of this?
Yep. I don't listen to my stuff enough. I started like.
Man, that bass line is
I blaze the crave of weed smoke, shit be driving me crazy. The 7 figures keep them days, now I'm 50 and paid. 5 carats to track rabbits and niggas that wanna grab it. I blast like a savage bastard, how you wanna have it? Copper rock on proper 9 milli, better stop you. Keeping niggas shook.
Hell yeah, dude. That's like pre-Griselda right there for me.
Well, man, they just continue
inspired by you guys.
We all won. We all won, man. Like I said, I've been rocking that Rock Mossy.
Oh yeah.
To me, Griselda is closer to him than me. You know what I mean, we doing some Philly shit right there.
Yeah, but that's some dope. Like, you know, I don't mean like, you know, when I say Griselda, it's just that like that right there, what I just played. That's that shit. That's that fucking head. That's that shit that you wanna. Even if you don't rhyme, it gets you hype enough that you just, you know what I'm saying? Like you feel it too. So I'm gonna I'm definitely going back. I'm leaving it there, but I'm gonna go. I got to go back because I need to recap and listen to this again because I did hear it originally, but you don't. There's so much music that you just don't remember everything. But I remember the album cover, man, and I got to go back and do the knowledge. I got to do the science on that for sure.
It was a good release, man. But like I said, we got in other ways. We had a great time. Ruckus was popping back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have done a lot of just a lot of work around the city. I was lucky at that time, man. And then around when 2001 things hit, I was doing things at other labels, but the business wasn't right. I literally, I'll tell you the real. My lawyer was Tommy Boy's lawyer.
Oh man.
On my side. So my name got caught up in their system when I tried to leave.
Right.
Only when they filed for bankruptcy and restructured to what they are now, that my name was released. So I had to chill for a minute till about 2001, 2002. And
that sucks, man.
Hey, it's the business, man. We come in as creatives at that. Even today, people come in as creatives and they lack the business. But that's why I like doing the financial literacy with the kids and things.
That's great.
It's so much I've been through and learned. And I'm here to tell that story and live off of that. I want to share it. That's what happened.
This is a story that's been told a million times, and it's not even just Tommy Silverman. I mean, it's Bo Crane, it's Russell Simmons, it's you name it. There's every record label, Barry Gordy, I'm sure too. Like you name it, it doesn't matter. The record industry is shady. It's always been like this, And a lot of people, they don't give a fuck, man. I know De La Soul was like held captive. They couldn't even like get their music. It took them just this year to get their music. Now people can actually go listen to it. I remember too. I was like trying to go back to reminisce and listen to De La Soul Is Dead because the album was just ridiculous for me. Millie pulled the pistol on Santa. So many messages in that on that album, dude. Even the ending with the JBs, with the Jungle Brothers, the baseball bat with the baseball bat. Come on, everybody, let's baseball. Anyway, man, so I was just happy, sad to know that the reason why I couldn't find it was because they were wrapped up in that Tommy Boy stuff. And then finally got it released. But that's what I wanted you to kind of talk about too. Not that specific, but that the record labels are friggin' shady. And it is knowledge to give to the youth to say, look, independence. This is what you should be looking at. I don't know what your perspective is on it. I'd love to hear that from that side of things because you do have the knowledge of being in a shady situation. Well, in a situation with a shady record label and, with those stupid things that happen in the industry, and how could the kids or how could the youth not have to resort to that because they feel like they need a record label to help get them up and out. Like, I would love to hear about your side of things on the independence and pushing more towards that way from a shady situation like that. Well,
what I learned is it's not shady. It's capitalism, straight up capitalism. You get me? And coming from my block, hanging out, like I said, me and my business partner at the time, longtime friend, we're doing great. But at the time, we was just trying to get out there. So we made choices. You get me? It wasn't that we got taken advantage of.
You understood what was going on.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
So we gave a little too much. Well, at least I feel like I gave a little too much in that moment. But Nut House, 2001, Dave Ghetto, Fell Sweets. Like, we came back even strong on Good Vibe. We signed with Bahamadia and Slum Village.
So Matt Kahane, right? Matt Kahane, right? He owned Good Time.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, okay, yeah. So it's dope. This story, keep going, bro. That was.
That's what I mean. It allowed us to create music we really wanted to create.
Okay.
So
now what was that like going from like I would say Tommy Boy's a major independent to a real independent. Like, what was that? Yeah, you had your freedom and stuff, but really, what was that like in the sense of like your feelings and like understanding that you were more in control now that you're at a different point in your life with this new record label?
So our record, the record that made it was the Nut House with Elder Sensei, Tabs, Throw Ups.
One of my favorites.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about that.
I
So
know.
yeah,
I know.
yeah. So that's the record we put out. We put out an EP on Good Vibe with that record. And like I said, Slum Village that just came over to Good Vibe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we immediately went out on tour with Slum Village. We went out with Planet. It was Planet Asia, Slum Village, and we just
Planet
went up
Asia
and
is
down
a
the
dope
coast.
MC.
That's about it, you know.
Yeah.
No, it hits like the stories hit, the stage hits. I'm learning how to tell my story. So I appreciate you asking all these questions because, like I said, it start flooding back. So I'm starting to learn how to express it. I need to do more podcasts.
Yeah, it's good to talk about it, man, because and you're bringing back memories to me too, because you know, Planet Asia, Slum Village, like Frank and Dank, those are my dudes. Illa J, Dilla's little brother is my dude. We had him on the show. I went on tour with these guys too in Europe, and so you're bringing back things in Matt Kahane with that record label and
Cali Agents, you know.
Yeah, Cali Agents, yeah. And Elder Sensei, dude, like him and Tame, dude, like Artifacts. Those were my dude. I like El is just one of them. He's one of my favorite MCs, Elder Sensei, man. So, but you're bringing back memories for me. So I think this is good for you that you're talking about all this stuff, and it's making my mind moving moving as well. So what was that like going on tour with Slum? At that time, rest in peace, Batin was still alive. So and it was just T3 and Batin, right? And it was Elzai, probably Elzai, right? I don't know.
No, it literally Dilla was, you know, he was just like, I'm not touring no more.
Right.
So the 12 inches led to that first deal for them. So yeah, it was just Batin who gave me knowledge, man.
Batin, cool dude.
Asia gave me mad knowledge. You know what I mean? Like he's still rough in the streets right now. Like shout out Planet Asia.
I gotta go peep out Planet Asia and see what he's doing lately. But yeah, he's dope. One of my favorite he did with Matt was
me, Phil Sweetenberg, Dave Gettle. That's Nut House right there. And Dave went on to work with Tony Gavin down on Counterflow in Miami. So we did some stuff down there.
Those are all my dudes. So Danny Dominguez, who owned Counterflow,
exactly.
Those are my dudes. Miami, but those are my guys. Those are like,
it's like
we run in the same circles, even though like
tonight, Dynass, he just released the joint with my bro, Jus Freedom. I'm gonna jump off of here and jump on their live. They live hearing the album. You know Dynass, 305.
Of course.
Yeah. So that's the circle I roll in. So I've been blessed to be able to roll with thorough motherfuckers and just be here. I roll with new cats. I work with other cats, but for real, just to be here, man, I feel great.
What are you working on now? Like you yourself, like I know I saw you do the which I think is always cool. I always like watching, people produce because I produce too, but I never do stuff like that to show. You know what I mean? I just do my thing. And I would like to learn some things from you on Ableton too. I would love to pick your brain on that. But I saw you do the, where you grabbed a few records and, you made a beat from it, and I think these things are really, really important, showing those things, But where are you at today with making music? What are you doing for yourself? Are you, do you have any projects that are coming out? And Cookie, I don't mean to be hogging the mic. You jump in at any time, bro, because you know me, I'm yapping all the time, bro.
No, I like it, man. Keep it going.
Yeah, but I want to know next. But so what are you doing today?
So, I'm in Asheville. We just got hit by this hurricane, and minor damage. major damage to the city, but minor damage for me. But this break allows me to be more creative. Like I said, I'm more into political views of the city. I'm on a few boards. I'm on the board of the YMI Cultural Center, which is the oldest Black African cultural center in the United States. I'm also on the board of Building Bridges of Asheville, which works with DEI efforts and things like that.
What is this? I'm unfamiliar. If you can,
You're unfamiliar?
Yeah,
oh,
unfamiliar.
diversity, equity, inclusion.
Say that one more time. I think I cut you off.
Diversity, equity, inclusion. DEI work. You know, so I'm always working in those fields during the day. But this break with this hurricane allowed me to come to the lab, you know, slow down with that life and put some time in with creativity. So I've been doing a lot of things. I'm working on a project right now, and it's for Malcolm X's 100th birthday coming up in May.
Wow.
And I was on the live. I was on the Instagram live. We in the green room. You was like, sit in the green room. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go live in the green room.
Yeah.
You know, so I went.
Are you still live?
Nah, because Instagram didn't like what Malcolm had to say. You know, because I had a teaser all set up because y'all was doing your thing. I knew that was gonna happen. I was like, all right, so we're gonna listen to the teaser. I put it on. They cut me off. They sent me a warning.
Oh my gosh, man!
They said, you know, apologies. But I sent the link, so apologies to the people that were on the live. You were there. You witnessed this. So we started rocking the Malcolm X, right?
Yeah.
Started rocking the Malcolm X, and Instagram was like, "Nah."
I can't believe that they
talking about people.
That's so fucking wonderful.
As a warning. You know, he's discrediting people or some shit like that. I tried to pull it back up, but it disappeared. I had it in the beginning, but I didn't want to start like that. You know, we're here to talk about the music, but it made me happy because I know I got some great shit out. So shout out to Malcolm X. He's one of the greatest teachers that for reference, just reference, not just Black people, white, everybody can learn from Malcolm. You know, his views are not outdated.
Well, you know, I know we're talking about the music, but I think you brought up a very valid topic because as you heard when we started the show, we were talking about blockchain technology, and here we are on Twitter, which isn't decentralized, and some people hate it, some people love it, but the blockchain technology itself, the people are trying to build technologies that allow us to own the data and also be censorship free. And I think it's interesting, like when you're saying that, like, you know, they didn't like what you saw, and this happens a lot, you know, the platform, whatever you're using, and I'm not, you know, trying to pick on Meta or Facebook or Instagram or any of that, but whatever platform you use, like, and once again, we get back to the capitalism word, because these platforms, they get money from advertisers. So at the end of the day, they control it, and they're going to decide what you can do with your content or not based on how it affects their wallet, or maybe not even their wallet, how it affects their views. And I respect that because it is, you know, it's capitalism. They own the business. I think they should have the right to do that. But at the same time, I think this technology that is being built right before our eyes, I think it's promising to have the ability to really, truly express ourselves within reason. You know, we don't do anything harmful to anybody. We don't exploit children or anyone. And but we speak, you know, we speak what's on our mind and we express ourselves. And I think the future is kind of working on that. I think blockchain technology is kind of working on that as well. So I just wanted to interject that in there. And if you have any thoughts on it.
No, I totally respect it. In that, I heard y'all talking about it early. I allow other people to take care of that, so I could be a creator. But we do talk about it. So when you started to show off in that, because remember, when I first came on, y'all was talking about the female wrestlers, the WWF.
Right? This guy.
I was like, oh, this what we're going to start with? Okay. But then y'all went to the blockchain. And I was like, oh, these cats. informant. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I need to watch this after I'm off it. You know what I mean? I need to put it in my queue. So
Sure.
that's where I'm at with it. You know,
Yeah,
so
anytime you want knowledge in the sense of the blockchain, because yeah, you know, we are musicians too. We want to see the music thrive on the blockchain. And yeah, we have to, you know, build that bridge between musicians that are not on the blockchain yet, but that can get on the blockchain and then understand that they're going to be on their path to independence. Because like Cookie mentioned earlier on the show too, with being on the blockchain and interacting and engaging with your fans, it's no wait time. It's like this. You use social media and the blockchain and figure out how you can make the engagement and everything else for your fans more one-on-one and more engaging. As an artist, you know, you're going to win. Do you want to, you know, like, you know, in the sense of, you know, monetization, right? So you go to a record label, they take everything. You end up, you think you're making money, you end up owing them money because you already know, I ain't got to tell you, right? But, you know, for everyone out there listening, you blow your nose, they charge you for that. Okay. Pretty much. So with being independent and being on the blockchain, you're making your own money. You're doing that. I would much rather be independent on the blockchain and make $10,000 than be on a major label that is pushing me out there and doing whatever, but I'm making zero. They're making all the money and I'm in zero charge of which way I'm going. And I think, yeah, the blockchain is going to change a lot of things for a lot of people. Next, for real.
I know it is. It allows artists to be more personal with their content.
That's right.
You know, and you can the sky's the limit.
Sky's
Not
the limit.
even the sky's the limit. Space.
Anything you want.
You take out in the universe.
That's right.
And the person that is the most inventive, the most creative, or the most imaginative gets to put that out at a premium price.
That's
or
right.
an entry price.
Sure.
You know, see how much I hear what y'all saying, how much control you have. I hope artists are listening right now.
Yeah.
Because that, so after Tommy Boy, I moved over to EMI. EMI owns everything.
Yeah, it's
like,
a major.
They own labels. So I was doing A&R work, putting out greatest hits at that time. And that's when the internet hit. You know, the switch, the whole, we're going, you know, mess with Apple Music now. These are over. And they was like, yo, we're going to kill this. We're going to destroy it. It's like, yo, once you head up a task force, destroy this. And I was like, yeah. I like marketing, I like promotion, I like advertisement, I like branding, I like all those things. But this right here, you're going to eventually have to join. But at that time, the majors were fighting. But look at Spotify now.
Yeah. Yep.
You know?
And most of the time, I didn't mean to cut you there, Cookie, but most of the time, and this is my opinion, is that the record labels, even to today, they're just scared of the change. They wait for the shit to happen and then they jump in, like they did with hip hop. Like, to me, major labels fucked hip hop. The culture of it, they didn't understand it. They exploited it. And look, I'm not knocking anybody, because the whole thing when you're young is you have a dream of making a record and then you dream of making the money. And so all this is in your mind, and these major labels just consumed it and just turned it into some other stuff. Yeah.
Well, that's where I differ. I know hip hop is a culture, man. Saved my life. I wouldn't be here talking to y'all if it wasn't for hip hop. You know, it was a time where I believe I'll live maybe next year. You know, maybe. You know, I didn't start thinking like that until 33. You know, and it was like damn, dog, you don't have to think like that, you know?
Okay.
And then that's when life started to become more enjoyable. You know, before that, it was hustle and grind. You know, got the wisdom, got the knowledge, because I was going hard. But you know, I think that I lost my point. I think I lost my point. No, I'm back on. Back on.
It happens from time to time.
Yeah, right. So what I'm trying to say is, I think that us being a cultured people and coming from thinking like that allow us to pursue things in a different light, you know, and to value things in a different way. And I'm thankful for that.
That's dope. Yeah, I mean, you see what happens if your knowledge, you know, if you got the knowledge or you respect the knowledge, you see what's in front of you, and you can see if there's something that's an obstacle. You know, use your own mind and weave around it, you know, and get to where you want to go, man. So
Hip is movement. Well, hop is movement. So hip is consciousness.
Sure.
Hop, I think that's what Karis once says, right?
Yeah.
Hip is to be conscious. Hop is to move. So conscious movement.
Conscious
You
movement.
know, and
He's another great KRS one.
Right. So when we in that time frame, like when I went to Tommy Boy, they was asking us what it was. What do you want to do? Here's some money. Do it. We taught them the formula to take it from us. But if you're part of the culture, like I am, you're still making great music because music is a healing art. It's not to be sold. It was monetized due to capitalism.
Yeah,
So
due to
us
capitalism.
purchasing that shouldn't even be going on.
Yeah, you know, like when I was young, I was just so rebellious. I think a lot of us were, you know, because it felt like it was like taken away, you know, like when, and I'm not shitting on anybody. I mean, I'm like, I don't know, like Vanilla Ice at the time and MC Hammer, and it's like there was so many other dope artists that deserved to get that shine, and I just felt like, man, what is this shit, dude? You know, even Criss Cross Jump, I'm like, you know, I just wanted to slap somebody, but that, you know what I mean? Just because I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, okay, like, and again, not taking anything away from the kids and Jermaine Dupri and whatever, fucking do your thing, you know, but I just was like, man, Master Ace, fucking Redman, like, you know, I don't know, KRS-One, Kool Keith, what the fuck, you know? Deadly Snakes.
Homie, you're naming people. I just was watching Redman new shit.
Yeah.
Dang it. You know what I mean? Both of them.
Yep.
This joint called They Don't Want to See Me Rich, and he's talking about finances.
Yeah, that's tight.
You get me, like, and killing it. You get me? It's room for us all.
Yeah.
You know, but on a level of, like, pretty sure Redman's all right. Publishing.
No, Redman is straight. Yeah. But I mean, but like, you know, that you know, that hip hop, that to me was like, yeah. I mean, they got put on, you know, him and Meth, and you know, but you know, you remember like Redman doing Cribs, dude. Come on, you know, like that was like as real as you could fucking get. So much respect to those guys. But I was more back then. That's why I said rebellious. Is I wanted to see those dudes in the place of MC Hammer. I wanted to see that, you know, somebody else. Yeah, in the place of
get with Hammer and them got.
Yeah, exactly. Get to shine.
Yeah, but you can't. You gotta things you gotta do.
You gotta.
It's not Redman.
No. You gotta change everything to be likable, man. Like, come on.
But nah, I'm pretty sure, man. They're gonna rhyme until they can't rhyme no more.
That's right.
And that gives rap music, and that's why I go back to hip hop culture and rap music.
Mm-hmm.
To demonize the culture, you have to apply it to a product. Really, rap is an element. It's an element that's being practiced.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the culture is the principles. Love, unity, knowledge, wisdom, respect. These things, having fun, peace. That's hip hop culture, you know? So if your music don't have one or two of what I just said in it, you listen to my music. It's in there. Every
It's in
song.
there, yeah.
I could be talking about, dope or whatever. But
Sure.
it still has one or two of those principles in it.
That's right.
Now we're listening to some hip hop music. The other form falls under rap. I love rap. I love rap records. I try to make rap records, but for the most part, that's what it is to me. They demonize the culture to keep people from practicing the principles by calling it the element, which is the music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That's right. So we move from that. So we learn, we grow, we push forward, and and we're here today.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear what you're doing. I want to hear the new stuff. I want to hear the new Nex Millen. I want to hear I really want to hear what you're up to. And I'd love to collab, dude. I love, look, we always say it on the show when we got like dope artists on the show, but I would love to do a collab, but because I could write some bars. Yeah.
I just started getting down again. Of course, I call Dave Ghetto. I call Dave Ghetto. I call Lawrence Arnell. So I'm working with those two guys. I'm working with Twizmatic. I'm also nobody. I didn't call Doodlebug Cookie. I didn't call Cookie. Really, the cats I called were to fill in. It's not really making. Yo, man, this music I'm making right now is for the DSP. It's no money in there, man. You get me?
Yeah.
It's really just, all right, we're making a trade-off. They're doing the video, I'm doing the music.
Yeah.
So, it's really, like I said, back to
each one
it being a healing art.
Yeah, it's each one teach one, and then it's like also like you're helping each other out, man. I mean, what the fuck, man? The thing is to eventually, hopefully, it makes money, but you're doing it anyway. You're part of the culture. You're making the music anyway.
Yeah, we would do it regardless.
Why not get together?
So why not put it out like that?
What would stop you?
What do you think about Bandcamp?
Me, I would let Cookie. Cookie, I'm gonna let Cookie take this one because I don't fuck with Bandcamp. I just don't get it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't get down with it.
Wow.
I have a very strong opinion about Bandcamp.
Yeah?
I think the platform, first off, I've gotten your shit on Bandcamp and I follow you next because you're a dope ass artist. I usually don't use the term dope, only when I'm hanging out with hip hop extraordinaires do I.
I want to be really clear though, before you start, Cookie. Next, I do not like or hate Bandcamp. I have not looked at it.
No, these are opinions. I'm listening, man. Remember, each one teach one.
You're
gonna learn until you learn.
Well, what I'd like to say about Bandcamp is, and I feel really strongly about this. I feel that the tool, now I understand new people bought it or whatever, but the people that designed this tool, me and Hef were talking at the beginning of the show about user interface. I think the Bandcamp people got it spot on. I think their platform, like you can sell physical, you can sell digital, you can stream it, you can download it, you can reach out to your fans or listeners, however we want to call them. You can say, come to my show. They have it all there. Now, this is going to sound petty, but I want to start with this. They call it Bandcamp. Okay. We're grown men here next. Each one teach one. How about not sending me to camp? I got one foot in the fucking casket over here. You're going to send me to summer camp with my music?
So many movies, man.
But anyway, so Bandcamp is a terrible name. The user interface is awesome, though. But isn't this funny, though? Because me and Hef were talking about, right at the beginning of the show, how user face is so important. And these guys, I really feel they got it right. Now, one thing they haven't gotten right 100%, but they've been working on it over the years, is the network effect. So, okay, but I don't really mind that much as myself, because my thing is I want to create as a creator stuff that will bring the people. I don't want to feel that the platform needs to bring the people to me. If I make the right shit, people will find it and they'll share it. So I don't want to put that on the responsibility platform. But with that said, Bandcamp doesn't have that as well. They're trying to work on it though, but they don't have that as well because they don't have the marquee names in there in the masses. They have a couple. I mean, I hear they got this guy Nex Millen, blang blang. He's got the shit going. He's bringing.
So is Bandcamp similar to a SoundCloud? Is it sort of this? Is it the same thing, or am I
much cooler? It's way cooler in my opinion.
Okay.
SoundCloud.
Go ahead, Cook.
No. I'm sorry. It's next. I want to hear your opinion, but I just want to say real quick. SoundCloud is awesome from a DJ perspective.
Yeah.
But from an artist perspective, Bandcamp is good. But I just sorry, next. I didn't mean to front run you on that.
No, you all good. Because I brought up the topic. Really shameless plug. I wanted to segue into pick up your music at nexmillen.bandcamp.com. Because really, I think that platform gives the artist the most freedom to do whatever. Like you said, Cookie, you can do physical on it. You can do t-shirts. You can do merch. It's like a virtual merch store. You know, you would take around at your shows. Has everything you need on the platform and user interface, even down to following, like you would do on Instagram. So you're right about that. The name, ain't that American Pie?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
but still,
from American Pie, right?
Yeah, but I think that type of color to a presentation should be up to the artist. Some artists don't want that. Like, hold on, I just put the link in the YouTube chat. I think it came through.
Yeah, that's the catalog. So what I'm gonna do the last week, I told my live cats on the Instagram. I usually do a top 10 of what I'm listening to this year, but this year I'm going to do top 10 of I don't listen to my stuff enough. I need to listen to it more. So my top 10 countdown on the New Year's Eve would be the top 10 off of the Bandcamp.
I love that, man. I think it's great to hear an artist's point of view of what they like, because sometimes it's wildly different from what the people like, you know?
Hey, you pick the DJ tools. So these are the Mr. T cuts, beats, and scratches. Shout out to Yoga Frog, and shout out to all the DJs out west. And
you said Yoga Frog.
Yeah.
You said Yoga Frog, bro. Come on, Cubert and them?
Yeah, exactly.
Frog Rumble?
So this is inspired by them. It's DJ tools, digital DJ tools for your Seratos. You know, cut it up.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. It stuck out.
You have a lot of stuff in here.
Well, yeah, it's catalog. Because like I said, I think the platform, this is what feeds me, you know, the best. Title is great. And now we're making music for DSPs and for platforms like this. The Malcolm X Project in May, it's going to be a Patreon to press for, you know.
Yeah, this is tight. So, okay, I haven't fucked with Bandcamp. I'm going to definitely look into Bandcamp. And then it might be a good idea, Cookie, maybe we reach out to Bandcamp and see if we can get them on the show. Because I think the UI here could be better, more friendly. And, man, yeah, I just want to check this out a little bit more.
I kind of like their UI, but it is hard to, it's great to listen to albums, but it's hard to interact with multiple artists in a way. But sometimes that's cool, though. I mean, that's a different thing, you know? Yeah.
I'm looking more at the layout, you know, like, so the design, things could be
I'm just a simple man. This hasn't changed since I signed up.
Yeah, no, this a nerd. I'm nerding out.
Graphics, yo. You go to somebody else's page, it's flyer, definitely. You know, mine is black on purpose.
No, Nex, I'm talking about like just their layout, not the way you have it, just their layout. No, I'm not talking about the way you styled this thing here. This is their, you know, template thing. But I definitely want to check this out because I think there's well, I'm going to check all your shit out because everything is fucking here. But this is tight.
Yeah, it's just in one place. And most of this stuff, like I said, this stuff doesn't exist on DSP. We make music for the DSP. So if you went on Spotify, it's a whole different catalog.
Gotcha.
That's cool. Hey, Hep, I wanted to add real quick too, though. There are, I said there weren't any marquee names on here, but that's not quite true. Actually, a lot of artists that aren't like that aren't popping right now on the charts, but they're huge and amazing artists. They actually did migrate to Bandcamp. There's a lot of those type of artists,
What competes with this? What competes with Bandcamp? Who's their competition?
It's really no competition. After, like, when COVID hit, Bandcamp to this day, every first Friday is straight to the artist. They don't even take a cut.
Wow.
So if that's $7 here on the screen.
Yeah, I see that.
Go straight into my pocket on a certain day.
That's tight.
You know what I mean? Or pay whatever you want, really.
Sure.
7 or up.
Now, what do they?
I mean, it's like,
what's their percentage? What are they taking from you if you sell something?
The percentage right now, it varies depending on what you're doing. So digitally, people sell, then they sell vinyl, then they sell merch. So the percentage changes, but it is a portion. It's about 10, 15%, something like that. It's not bad, depending on what you're selling. You get me?
Yeah.
Because you get it physical. You can buy my whole catalog at $63. You get me?
Yeah.
I'm good. That's all right.
Okay. Yeah,
or you can pay more.
Like if you want to put more in there, I got you. That's all right.
Hey, I want to interject real quick too with Bandcamp too. They also give the artist an option to give their users a subscription model as well, not only to buy individual pieces. Like Nex could be like, hey, I put out X amount of songs usually a year. If you give me $5 a month, I'll give you all of them, or $100 a month, or whatever the artist decides. And I think that's pretty cool,
Yeah, that's dope. Now let me ask Nex, how do you engage with your fans on here?
I usually use all platforms. So I engage with my fans through Instagram, TikTok, lead them to here. Like I said, this is more of a storefront. You even said it. It doesn't look all that great. You really come in here to purchase, get out. I like the fact that they have a radio, like they have an app for the radio station. And you can follow people and you can do this and you can do that. But for the most part, you here to get what you need, move on. So I use all platforms as a nucleus to drive things here. Even SoundCloud, we talking about SoundCloud.
Yeah.
So on SoundCloud, I have SoundCloud music, remixes, things like that. Mixcloud, that's where the DJ mixes live. You have to use all platforms.
I love that. I want to interject real quick with that. I like the way you don't look at it as a one. They're all kind of different ways to sell different product, like your remixes, your physicals. And I just wanted to add the blockchain. What's cool about that, which I haven't really used it myself this way, but you could create like digital, like limited edition digital artwork, limited edition mixes, and put them on a blockchain and have people mint them.
NFTs.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Music NFTs. Thanks for Cookie. Cookie Rabinowitz. I want to ask you about this though. Like, this is pretty cool. So, Shuggy Otis, what's this about?
What's up? I'm sorry.
What's this one about? This Nex Millen and Shuggy Otis.
Oh man, I couldn't see it on the screen. I didn't know what you was looking at.
Oh, you know what? I don't have it up there. Hang on one second, guys. This.
Oh yeah, man. Shuggy Otis, man.
Yeah.
Inspiration, information.
Yeah.
It's that. It's the songs on that album that I wanted to rhyme over. So I went, locked myself in a room, and Shuggy was there.
Oh,
and
wow.
Shuggy, we got down. He made the songs for me. I was like, word, okay, I'm gonna do it.
Wow.
So I rhymed, and that's
wow. Okay, hey, I want to play just a little bit of this. Let me play a snippet of it.
Oh yeah, Shuggy, tune her up. Cause I got the blues.
Damn, right.
I got the blues real bad.
Sometimes you got the
blues. I got the bad blues.
What's that?
Sometimes you got the blues.
Yeah.
But I got the good blues, you know. I want to talk about my lady, I know y'all can all agree out there that when you got a sweet thing, you should hold on to her, Sugar, I'm gonna tell her about it right here.
Hot meal sitting on the table. Woo. And I just got home. Oh. She's willing and she's able. Ow! And I'm not gonna tell you what she's going to do. Oh. Ooh, baby. Did I love my sweet thing?
Wow. Okay, this is dope, dude.
Yo, man, that is a vibe. That shit,
Oh
man.
my god, dude! That fucking Hammond B3 just screaming in the back there, so tight, and the fucking was that a steel guitar, Cookie? I don't know. It sounded really dope.
Homie, when I heard
Yeah,
that album, I first heard that album when I was, I want to guess, 17, 16, something like that. And to be able to one day be like, all right, this is what I heard at 17. This is how I think it should sound if I was there. You know what I mean? If he made songs for me. To be able to create something and put it out, you know, for my daughter, for my family, for my fans, my friends, things like that. You know, that's some good stuff.
That's dope, Jason. I got to go listen to your catalog now. Now that I got that, I didn't even know about it. But so I'm going to definitely go back and just listen to everything that you've done there. Cause yeah.
Yeah. I mean, expression.
Yeah.
The culture, we express through the culture, you know,
That's
and
right.
good music is good music. Some people are sad sometimes, you know, and that's what came across when I heard that. I was like, let me make something for somebody going through something with their girl, their lady. You know, I go through things with multiple people in my life. So I know somebody out there can understand.
That's right. Very true. I want to ask you because it got me thinking, you know, this Shuggy Otis and, you know, all these records that we've sampled as producers, and there's times like where you just want the drums, and then there's just an annoying guitar that's in the way, or somebody talking or whatever. Now they got tools where you can separate the tracks and you have way more freedom, right, with sampling these days. I know Akai's got Illa J, actually, Dill's little brother. I think I want to say he's sponsored by Akai, but he gets they send him stuff, you know, because he's producing. And I don't know what the machine was, but it was a machine that you can actually do everything inside of the Akai, the keyboard, and you can separate the tracks and stuff. What's your thought process on this? And have you utilized it? Because I would love to myself personally, because there's so many songs that I'm like wanted to sample, but just there was stuff that was in the way that wouldn't allow me to do it.
Well, I like it. I like the technology. I like working with technology. I like working with the AI technology. Shout out to Sonny James at Serato, you know what I mean? And OP, those cats. You know, I believe that everything else is following Serato technology. I've been using Serato since 2000. It's 24 years old.
I want to say they were the first ones, right? They were the first ones where you can use MP3s to, or any music file to, like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then they move into the production suite.
Yeah.
Making the sampler.
That's right.
The Hex effects just came out last week.
Okay.
They are moving the technology right along with the DJ.
They're pushing forward.
In the beginning, the DJ was always there. You get me? Most producers in the early days were DJs. So that's why I champion Serato in this moment. Akai is following, but Roger Lynn ain't there no more. Akai been playing catch up since he left.
Yeah.
You know? So they're copying Serato technology, you know, and
understood.
That's all right. To be able to break things down, break things out is great. I just like you, I waited for that day, you know?
Yeah. With Serato, because I think I have Serato sample. I don't mess with it because I was connecting it to the with Ableton. But And that's a cool like mechanism too to utilize stuff. With the separation of tracks, is what you just mentioned the decks or whatever it was that you mentioned? Does that allow you to do that, or what product is Serato pushing that allows you to do that?
Serato, the actual program allows you to run the AI to literally separate the tracks in 3 seconds.
Wow.
Any song
On
without
any
preloading. I think on what's the other one? The other.
And you're using AI. They're using
Virtual
AI to do it.
DJ.
It's not virtual DJ, but it's the other one. It's by Native
Tractor.
So with Tractor, you have to load it in, and then it separates.
You have to do what?
Serato has AI technology that separates it in 4 seconds. So any song you load, you separate it, then you throw it in to Serato sample.
Wow.
And then you do your thing.
Yeah. Okay. So wait. So it's Serato Live.
Mm-hmm.
And
well,
then you
Serato Studio, the actual DJ.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. And they have a monthly subscription, if I remember, right? They do? Okay.
Yeah, they everything is, man, subscription. What do you think about that, man? It's such a move to just, hey, you paying, if you do the math.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
Well, I remember like back in the day, like Adobe Photoshop was like $900, whatever, the $1,000 to buy it, $999. But then you had to buy the upgrades every time.
Yeah.
And that was just for Photoshop. So with subscription base, I don't use it anymore because I use Canva nowadays, but I was using the Adobe suite. So I had access to everything, even for like videos, cutting videos or animation, anything I wanted, Illustrator. So I liked it. I felt that $30 a month was too much for all that stuff because I wasn't using most of it. I don't know what Serato is. I was paying a subscription for Splice, which was like $10 a month. And I stopped on that because I'm not making music much. So I'm okay with it because you have access. They give you access to everything. It's a catch-22 next. What are you going to do? Like, you know, like I don't think they're going to go back to the old model, which is like making a standalone and then you could buy that. And then it just, I don't know. Me, I'm open to it. What do you think?
I see, what is it? 1984? Is that the book?
Oh no, that I'm not familiar with what you're saying.
So they predicted that we would own nothing in the future.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We would just pay into whatever we need.
Yeah.
We would never own anything.
Yeah.
So to me, that's what it is. You can do the 99 per month. No, standalones are like 100, and you can pay $9.99 a month for everything.
Right.
So I think that's what they're doing over there. And you're right. You get everything. You get the video. You get everything.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Look, for $10 a month, that's, you know, maybe not a lot of people can afford it. You know, I don't know. But if you're a musician, I think that $10 a month over a friggin' coffee at Dunkin' Donuts and a donut, I'm paying.
Yeah.
So.
It gets you everything. So you can be the best DJ depending on the controller you get. So.
And depending on how, like your mind too, on how you can freak it, you know, how you can flip it. Cookie, what do you think about the subscription-based shit? We pay for this fucking StreamYard so we can stream, you know, to all these different things. We pay a monthly fee for this too, you know?
It's so funny because we really are a music show, but we've been, you know, next at the beginning we were talking about the labels and the, you know, it's capitalism, and it's the same thing. And I'm not mad at it because it's what somebody else decides to do, and I can decide to do that as a customer. I can decide to be a customer of a subscription. Let me give you an example. Virtual DJ, the particular club I DJ at, they use Virtual DJ. Virtual DJ allows you to pay $30 a month to subscribe to it. It's a pretty powerful program, or they allow you to pay $300 once. So
with other updates, updates or what?
You get everything just like that. So 15 years ago, I paid the $300 once, and we use it at work and it's up to date. It does all the stem splitting and everything. Now, I didn't even mean to compare it to another DJ program. But my point is we can make choices. And I think the people that are selling the shit should have the ability to make whatever choice, even if it's saying screw you. They should be allowed to make that choice, because that's, they're building shit and they should sell it the way they want to sell it. And us as consumers, the market decides if it's worth it. Now, with Adobe Creative Suite, what you were talking about, Hef, I'm not a graphics guy by any stretch, but it comes in handy a lot if I have to make a quick one-off flyer for a gig or for work or whatever. You guys know, we all do this stuff. Now, it's very useful to me, and I'm very used to using it because I've been using it since, like, I don't know, Photoshop 4, I think. We're on like what, Creative Suite 6 now, or 7 or 8, or who knows. But so it's valuable and it's useful.
Way beyond.
But it's too much. Like, I don't need all that stuff, like you said, Hef. And it's, if you're not using the student discount, it's like $60 a month now, and that's, I mean, I'm not embarrassed to admit that's a lot of fucking bread, man.
Yeah, and it's overkill too. Like, there's so many things in there I never used. For
sure. But I just want to say one other thing. So when iTunes first came out, it was pay per download. It was, oh shit, you lost. Oh no, my head was pay per download. Then they switched it to membership, and there's lots of different processes. I believe these models will change with the currents. I think subscriptions will be here, and then I think maybe a purchase model will come back, and then maybe subscriptions will come back. I think we haven't really settled in on to the final outcome of that yet. I think there's going to be a diversity there.
Yeah, there's some background noise with somebody. I don't know with who. I'm hearing some weird stuff while you were talking, Cookie. But
my dogs. It's my dogs. I got a lot of dogs.
Barking. I was like, is there a party going on that I don't know? Bring them in. Who let the dogs out? What the fuck? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I think it's overkill. I think, look, $10 a month, I think, is people can eat. People can eat that. $30, $60, God, you got to be like, really, you got to be making money from it, right? In order to justify paying for it. That's all.
It's some plug-in companies out there that charge that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to add this real quick. Waves plugins. Mm-hmm. I'm on my second year of the Ultimate Bundle. They charge you $20 a month. And that is, on the other hand, that is so worth it. It's so worth it because everything is up to date.
Yeah.
And it's just like, for a guy like me who's not a quote unquote engineer, like, to have all that power at my fingertips. And if I don't know quite how to use it, I'll watch a quick YouTube tutorial. I'll download some of this or that there. It's not even $20 a month. It's $200 a year. And then so you add it up. If you bought those plugins back in the way, a dump bundle back in the day, it was like 4 Gs. So if you say $200 a year times 20 years, that's 4 Gs. That's fucking worth it.
Yeah, that's worth it. Absolutely. All right. So, well, we're running a little over time. Next, we could talk to you till the next.
Did we touch on everything we need to touch on? I'm having fun, man.
Yeah,
I didn't even know about something.
Yeah, probably not. For us, music in the blockchain is really what we're looking at. That's really what we know is the future. Mm-hmm. We're really just trying to figure out. We need to, first of all, protect the devs. That's it. Protect the devs at all costs, because the developers, like we mentioned last week in the show, is that if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be doing this. We wouldn't be talking, okay, on streaming. So somebody had to develop this. You wouldn't be able to do the music. You wouldn't have a subscription-based thing to do if the developers did not create this for the people that got the money to do the business. So the devs is really where it starts for tech, because the developers are everything. With no dev, you have no tech, you have no build, you have nothing. So protect the devs at all costs. They need what's that? The president has Secret Service. They need Secret Service. All right. But we're focused on the future of music. Evolving with the music, evolving with the tech. Just like at one point, we had internet. That was, you had a phone, went into a modem, and then we had, I don't know, watching paint dry and the picture would load up internet, and then it got a little bit faster. Then we got DSL. Then we got, and so I just think everything evolves, and the same with music has to do the same, right? The subscription base, Spotify's, and all this and other stuff. There needs to be a change in the guard, in the sense, and this is my opinion solely, in the sense that the artists need to have more independence to where they can actually move freely about, make their own money, make their own decisions, but by utilizing the technology of today that allows them to be able to do that. Sure, it's good to be part of something that's a big movement and that's going to give you more exposure, but I believe that that will get there with this, with the tech and utilizing the blockchain. I'm just for it, and we're trying to figure out how to build it, how to make it happen. So that's my 1-2. That's the last I really wanted to talk about it, because we could talk about it till we're blue in the face, but really that's where it's at for me. Next.
I believe that artists should build a team, a foundation, a company foundation. If you're doing it on a level of making money, yeah, it should be an LLC, should be a company, should have employees, you should have everything in line for people to concentrate on everything that is needed to make that work.
That's right.
So you're right. When you talk about blockchain, I have friends I meet with on Sunday, and we talk about that. Same with stocks, same with Bitcoin and Ethereum and all of that. We at this time in this lifetime, we are at a point where we can create our lives as long as we have the energy and stamina to put to it. And I'm not trying to be. I know people out there. They have jobs, they have day jobs, they have responsibilities. I too come from that. But I put time into what I gave into myself. So if I gave 40 hours to the man, I did my best to give 40 hours to myself. And that's sacrifice. Right. So us as musicians, we have to learn more than just being creative, number one. And two, that takes more sacrifice. I mean, some people are just sacrificing to be creative. But if you build a team around yourself, a person to take care of the brand, a person to invest the money from the shows into the blockchain, a person to, flip it on the stocks. Everybody don't have to be the MC or the DJ or
that's right,
the beat maker.
You left you left out a person play some wicked guitar licks on your mad beats, man.
Yeah. So listen, me and Turkey, we're gonna get down. We're gonna get down.
That's what's up. Listen, guys, you got me thinking now, because we brought up a subscription. Mm-hmm. So if Bandcamp didn't take a percentage of your shit and they just charge you a subscription monthly to be on their platform, and whatever you sell, you get to keep. But there's also tools like you're paying Serato Live, they're updating, there's tools for you to utilize, there's effects in there, all these different things. So if there was a business model or a business that was created where it was a subscription base, where you have total independence on the blockchain, utilize the blockchain, and you paid it, you were a musician or a producer or whatever, and you want to get your music out there more, you pay a subscription to the service, and they provide you all of the tools. They provide you with the social media tools. They provide you with maybe a publicist, so on and so forth. All these different things that will help you along the way. Sure, it's important. You need to have a team. You can't. Being really independent is not ideal. You need a village, right, to kind of help you get to where you want to go. You need those different things in place so you, the musician, can be creative, because that's all you want to do is be creative. The music is going to come. I'm sorry, the music will come too, but the money will come if you're able to just do your thing. Like if you have to stop and then think, oh my gosh, I got to promote this today. but I got to write the fucking lyrics for this. I got to make the beat. I'm not going to have time. You're being pulled left to right. It's like, no way, Jose. Not going to work. You're right, Nex. You need a team. You need a village to help you get there. But what do you think about having a subscription-based platform that would give you all that and allow you to keep your money? No 10%, no 15% from your sales. Whatever you sell, merch, music, whatever, your liver, I don't know, whatever, you get to keep all of it, okay? That's all yours. You're just paying a subscription fee for the tools that we're giving you to make your money. Yeah.
I do believe that the Bandcamp platform is dated. It's at least 10 to 15 years old.
We got to call them.
When you're making money and things are working,
yeah.
Why it ain't broke?
Yeah.
I fix it. So I think they run it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Innovation is not, to me, not their strength. And what you're talking about. So here we go. Protect the devs, right?
That's right.
The devs.
Always.
So here we go. We're making a call right now to developers that are tuned in to the show right now.
That's right.
This is what us artists need. Exactly what he said. So please develop it. I'll subscribe to it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I wanted to know. Like, you're a producer, you're a musician. Would you, Cookie? You're a producer, and musician too. Would you subscribe to a platform that would give you those tools? What's your thought on that?
Of course, and another big part of it, I would like it to be brandless. I would like they could have their logo there. It could be like, hey, this is powered by so and so. But I think it's important, at least for the way I like to distribute my art. I want to distribute it in a weird, quirky little way, or maybe in a straight, real professional way. Maybe I'll have one of the platform pages for like sync licensing and commercials. Maybe I'll have another one for my singer-songwriter stuff, another one that I do for collabs, and they can all have different faces and different personas, But yeah, exactly. And I just want to comment next. You're so right with Bandcamp, because I just realized, even though I really value it, I haven't really messed with it for about as long as you said. And they haven't updated it. And they also sold it. Somebody new came in and bought it. So I don't know if they have plans to do that in the future, or maybe they're just kind of laying it out to die, Who knows?
Well, that would suck if they bought it to lay it out to die. But I think that the tech there, and I think it needs a facelift for sure. But I believe that, like, we'll reach out. I'm going to try and reach out. I'm going to email. I'm going to message anybody. I don't care. I'm going to hit Twitter. I'm going to try and reach out to anybody at Bandcamp. And if anybody knows anybody, if you're listening and you know somebody at Bandcamp, please get us in contact with them for sure. 100%. I love to have somebody on the show. Love to talk to somebody, and love to see what they are planning on doing. Because if this is a platform that a lot of musicians are utilizing next, like yourself and Cookie, then yeah, I mean, there needs to be things in place so people will stay on your platform. I mean, that's the whole purpose of having a platform, I think, right?
Well, sometimes innovation takes precedence, Yeah. MySpace, for instance. You get me?
Yeah.
Instagram. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Developers that are tuned in right now, listen to what we're talking about. It's your time. It's your time.
And with that being said, we're going to end the show. It's been a pleasure, Nex, having you on here, talking with you, hearing your story. Definitely going to check out your music. Everybody else as well that's watching, please go to nexmillen.bandcamp.com and go check out his music. Go check everything out. Next, we're going to continue these conversations. We're going to definitely stay in touch. Definitely want to talk to you on the music side of things as well. And it's been just really it's been cool to have you on the show, really, because there's a lot of things that you touched on today that were excellent. I think a lot of people needed to hear. Love the whole fact that, you're teaching as well, which is great. I think, each one teach one. This is 100%. And definitely want to hear the new stuff I want to hear the new Nex. New Nex. Yeah.
It's same old Nex, man. 58th Street.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Like, I make timeless music, baby. It's going to be good.
Hey,
You know, it's gonna be new elements, but
it's either good or it's bad. Like it's in the beginning, and your stuff is good.
Yeah.
You too.
Either good or bad.
But yo, I had a blast. Please, if you want me back, we'll talk about something a little different. We'll build on it. I'm always around. Yo, thank y'all for having me. I need this right now, and this was fun.
Yeah, most definitely. Anytime, dude, you're more than welcome to come anytime. Anytime you want to come and hang out with us. By the way, the last Tuesday of every month, we do a community jam. So it's really like open mic format. We don't have like a guest, like the community is the guests. So if you want to come and hang out, if you have some other kids that you're teaching or anybody that wants to get on, we just get them a link. They'll come up on the stage and we could have a community, you know, a jam session, talk session, you know?
Like that. I like that.
Yeah, if anybody's got music they want to play too, we'll accommodate that. No problem. Like as long as it's you know, we can get around the copyrights, whatever. But yeah, I think we'll be okay, you know, with some of this stuff. But man, and thank you to everybody also that's been in the audience tonight, that's been listening to us ramble on about all this music stuff and just tech in the industry, Web3, blockchain stuff. So thank you as well to Jus Riffin community. You guys, we love you. Cookie Rabinowitz, my dude. I'm going to give you the last word. Next, again, thank you again, man.
The last word is awesome. And thank you. That's 2 words.
Awesome.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next Tuesday. What is next Tuesday? Is next Tuesday the 21st? Who the hell do we got on the show? I don't even know. I got to look at the, is it the 21st?
I think it's Celine Dion, I think we have on the show.
It was the night before Christmas.
Oh, it's the 24th. Well, we don't have a guest next week. Yeah, so Cookie's going to be dressing up like Santa, and we're going to be here giving out gifts. And I'm going to make sure I have a whole bunch of peeps, because I love peeps, if you know what I'm talking about, if you got that sugar high.
Those things.
That's Easter, man. That's Easter, okay?
No, they got them. They got them now. They got the peeps. Trust that. Any holiday, making marshmallows with sugar on top of it, diabetes to go. I'm with it. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Be blessed. We'll see you next Tuesday. Jus Riffin, we're out of here, man. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in.
Jus Riffin. Tuesday night, 8:30 EST. Know where we be. Jus Riffin. Special guest and second talk. A musicology. Jus Riffin. Coming to you live at the same time. Here every week. Jus Riffin. Jump in the room. Let's chop it up. It really ain't that deep. Jus Riffin.